Welcome back to AM Northwest. The not-so-big dogs are back for the cutest game played on fake grass, Puppy Bowl 21. Will it be Team Ruff or Team Fluff who takes home the Lombarky Trophy?
Alice and Smoosh are keeping that big blue crew energy going.
Alice has a hold on Smoosh's bandana. Oh, she's dragging Smoosh out of the end zone.
And check out the rough end zone. Fluff's Bart Kent has a hold of Lex Woofer's collar.
I guess that mohawk isn't intimidating enough.
Okay, Bart Kent, that is a dog collar tackle. You know better, buddy.
Here to share more about Puppy Bowl 21, we welcome back longtime Rufferee Dan Schachner. Dan, great to see you. Who you got there?
Thank you. Good to see you, too. This is Trio, representing Team Ruff in this year's Puppy Bowl, and Trio's from Louis Legacy in New York City.
First of all, Puppy Bowl 21, this is incredible how popular it's become over the years, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. We continue to grow every year with viewership, and our roster sizes grow. We're at 142 dogs this year. It's our most amount ever.
Wow, and then all of these dogs are up for adoption, right?
Every single one, including Trio. Trio's been scooped up, though, spoiler alert, because, I mean, look at him, he's adorable. But so many dogs are still up for adoption, and their litter mates, their siblings that are still in the shelters are up for adoption, too.
You have the best job in the world. As I look at this year's clips, I'm like, the dogs are crawling all over you, they're kissing you. Are you having a good time in the moment?
It's extremely distracting, and I'll tell you why. When I look back in it on TV, it's adorable, I agree. But in the moment, I am trying to do my job, which is like call a game. You know, I'm the only human official in a sea of animals. So I have no choice but to like be a little stern. Of course, they don't respect me because, let's be honest, they're untrained puppies. At the end of the day, I'm just another chew toy in the field for them. But I do try to, like, you know, keep track of the touchdowns, you know, call the penalties as I see them.
Well, and sometimes you give penalties, and sometimes that makes the dog sad, and so you try to, you know, comfort them when you make them sad.
That's the problem. I'm such a softie. So, like, I'll call a penalty, they'll give me the puppy dog eyes, or they'll lick my ear like Trio's doing, and then forget it. I'm like, all right, penalty's erased.
What's new this year? I understand you have, like, a combine, a draft.
Well, we're trying to show a little peek behind the curtain as to what it takes to become a Puppy Bowl pup. You know, you got to be young and adoptable and adorable, but you also need to have some skills, right? You know, to score a touchdown in Puppy Bowl, you got to be able to be fast and run the ball into the end zone by carrying it in. So in our Puppy Combine, which is at 1 hour before kickoff, so we're on 2 p.m. Eastern, so you can watch us at 1 p.m. for the kickoff show, you'll see what goes into becoming a Puppy Bowl dog, and we'll draft our final 10 players in the Puppy Bowl roster.
Can you believe you have this gig? I know you are a huge dog fan, and people love you for the charity work that you do with dogs. You have 3 dogs of your own, right?
I have 1 dog of my own, but I've fostered... No, but I fostered multiple dogs, so maybe that's where you got the 3 number. There's times I've had 3 dogs in my house for sure. But over the years, I've fostered so many dogs because I think it's a great opportunity, guys. If you're, just for your viewers out there, if you're not sure about adopting, fostering is a great, great chance to still help a shelter, make room in the shelter, save a life, but it doesn't have that long-term commitment, and you'll learn a lot too.
You've got some really unique players in this year's game, and I want to point out Tuani, a Chihuahua German Shepherd mix.
How about that?
What?
You don't see that mix too often.
No.
We've got other, Tuani's from Nicaragua. And we wanted to highlight some of the Central American countries because they have, of course, a huge overpopulation issue with their pets, too. So we try to include international dogs from time to time. Tuani's in there with us. But we have other great mixes, too. Shep and Chai is a great mix, but so is Havanese and Pug, which is another mix.
Oh, my God.
So is Lab and, I think, Poodle. I mean, we've got everything you can imagine. And that's the beauty, right, of rescues is often they are great all-American mutts.
Right.
And as we all know, mutts are very, very hardy, and they're strong, and man, you're going to see them on full display this Sunday.
And don't you have some special needs dogs as well?
Yeah, Trio's one of them. Can you even tell? He's
No.
missing a leg. Yeah, his
Oh,
back
I
leg had to
couldn't
be
tell.
amputated because it was infected
Aw.
when he was first just a baby. And but hey, you wouldn't know it, and that's the beauty of it, and that's why we showcase so many special needs dogs. Is that watching Puppy Bowl and watching them compete, you'd never know that they have any quote-unquote disability because they're scoring touchdowns and being cute and adorable.
I've got to say something. The puppy breath must just be outstanding. And then how do you not kiss a puppy tummy every once in a while?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if they know they're really in trouble, they'll roll over on their back and they'll show me their tongue. And they know that I'm a softie for that, too.
Yeah.
That's my weak point. But no, here's what helps. What helps is that they're 1 to 2 feet off the ground. And when I mostly stood up during Puppy Bowl.
Yeah.
So having that height advantage helps me not get too enamored by what I see on the field. And I'm kind of looking at the overall field of play, the X's and the O's, so to speak. So to make sure so having that like physical distance helps
Yeah.
not get too distracted by the cuteness.
And in Puppy Bowl 21, do you still have the kitty halftime show?
Oh, every year,
Yeah.
yeah, adoptable cats, because it's cats and dogs at every Puppy Bowl. And yes, every single one of our cats is up for adoption too, and you'll watch them during halftime.
Oh my gosh, Dan, you have the best job ever. We want to tell everyone Puppy Bowl 21 kicks off this Sunday at 10 a.m. on Animal Planet. We'll have more information on katu.com. Dan, thank you so much, and thank you, Trio.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. We'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.